What's going on, guys? This your boy John, the Liquidator, coming back with another video, and it looked like Caitlin Clark might have fired her agent, man. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Hope everybody's having a great day today. The streets is talking about Caitlin Clark. Now, it looked like Caitlin Clark has definitely made waves throughout the weekend. She was at the Indiana-Ohio State game in Indianapolis, and I'm here to tell you it was a big upset too. Well, not to me, because I knew Indiana was.
The words were like a wave of shock. The undeniable face of women's basketball, Caitlin Clark, had just made a calculated and brutal move. Erin Kane, her agent, was fired by her. The unimaginable was confirmed when the whispers swiftly turned into a shout. It was not a mutual parting. It was a clear breakup that was directly related to a terrible negotiation that, according to insiders, completely botched a huge Nike transaction. Millions of people were at stake. Clark's entire future was drastically altered by the aftermath from a career-defining alliance that was wasted, delivering a clear message to the sports world. There was no more room for compromise. The cause was obvious, and the repercussions were instantaneous.
At this event. Now, it's a photo that she took that actually is making waves across the internet. Let's head on over to X, get it pulled up right now, man. I hope everybody's having a great day. I know I kind of missed the day yesterday, I believe. I've just been having a lot of work going on with the other channel. I'm going to be traveling this week, so yeah, the video is going to be kind of shaky. It stated she lost the bulk. Caitlin Clark with Connor and Alan Zucker at Lucas Oil Stadium. Now, Alan Zucker, I believe that is the guy that we got to keep in mind. The one comment said, this college Caitlin. Now, Caitlin Clark did lose a lot of.
Moving on from the spectacular termination, the focus of the rumor mill quickly changed. Who would take on a position with such high stakes? Alan Zucker is the answer, which has been verified by numerous sources. A name that is connected with being a celebrity. This isn't your typical agent. Zucker is a partner with Excel Sports Management, a formidable firm that represents some of the biggest names in entertainment and sports. His involvement represents a completely new level of ambition for Clark, transforming him from what many saw as a reliable but possibly modest representation to an unquestionable giant in the business. The sharp contrast suggests the full scope of her new aim.
Throws off your shot, hence why Steph Curry said something about it. I think Steph Curry should mentor Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody like him in her corner, he kind of had similar success. He changed the game of basketball as we know it. They style of play is very similar in a sense, and I think she should definitely, you know what I'm saying, maybe reach out to him if she have not already. This comment stated, it looked like Caitlin Clark has a new agent. That's how I read this picture. Now, somebody else, then it goes on to say, and she lost a very lot of weight. So I believe
finding a replacement wasn't the only reason for hiring Alan Zucker. It was a calculated move meant to boost Clark's expanding dominion. The list of Zucker's clients is a veritable who's who of international celebrities, including Taylor Swift, the renowned Mannings, and Trevor Lawrence. This level of representation says a lot about Clark's development and the goals her team has for her. She is now more than simply a basketball sensation. She is well known throughout the world, and Zucker's track record of working with A-list talent puts her in a position to achieve previously unheard of levels of commercial success. Officially, the stakes have been significantly increased.
Quick, because if you guys don't know, Goldman Sachs actually purchased Caitlin Clark agency a couple months ago. Let me see here. Goldman Sachs. Pull this up. Goldman Sachs Sports. Let's pull this up. Yeah, so we all remember this, right? So this right here, Goldman Sachs acquires majority stake in Excel Sports Management.
Examining Erin Kane's firing in greater detail reveals that a massive Nike deal is the main source of controversy. The previous AY's handling of these negotiations was, to put it kindly, disastrous. according to people close to the issue. According to the allegations, Kane's attorney essentially botched the negotiations and was unable to reach an agreement that was consistent with Clark's extraordinary market value and cultural influence. This wasn't a small argument. It was a crucial mistake that cost Clark millions of dollars and might have hindered the expansion of her business in the long run. It also immediately caused their professional connection to drastically end. The error was just too big to ignore.
Based talent company represents stars like Caitlin Clark, Derek Jeter, Tiger Woods, and NBA's MVP Nikola Jokic, along with brands such as Goodyear and Under Armour. So Under Armour was represent. That's why Steph Curry was so mad. See, y'all, all of this is starting to make sense now. See, Under Armour was represented by Excel. So they had a direct line to get Caitlin Clark. Under Armour did. I can't lie, man. I ain't rocking on Under Armour shoes. And Caitlin Clark probably signed with Nike.
There is a lot of irony here. The organization that Alan Zucker works for, Excel Sports Management, was really purchased by Goldman Sachs, who already had a commercial relationship with Caitlin Clark. The majority of Excel, which currently represents Clark as well as other titans like Tiger Woods and Nikola Joy, was owned by Goldman Sachs. This pre-existing relationship between Goldman Sachs and Clark, which was established through sponsorships during her rookie season, implies that a more nuanced and deliberate strategy was always underway. It raises the question of whether the seeds for this change were sown long before the general public learn about it. This decision wasn't made at random.
Oh, so he represents both Mannings. Agent for Mannings, Taylor Swift. Bro, so he got Taylor Swift too. Wow. Alan Zucker clients. This says that he got Taylor Swift. Hold on. He got Caitlin Clark, Alan Zucker, Caitlin Clark. What is this? Hold up. What is this? Oh, yeah, he definitely got Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark got a new agent.
Another intriguing connection is also mentioned in the transcript. Under Armour was also represented by Excel Sports Management. This information is crucial because it clarifies why Steph Curry, a star athlete for Under Armour, may have been so outspoken about Caitlin Clark's early career decisions. According to the story, Under Armour had a direct path to hire Clark through Excel, which might have put pressure on her to think about their brand. But in the end, Clark signed with Nike, possibly because, as the insider said, she liked Nike footwear. The drama that is developing is made more complex by this decision and the bungled transaction.
Lawrence, football. Clayton Kershaw, baseball. Caitlin Clark, basketball. Whoa. Hold up. This probably is for real. This probably is for real, y'all. Let me fact check this for I yay or nay this. That's him on the far left. But this site right here is saying that she signed with him. She's with him now. Wow. Oh yeah. She definitely paid Manning, Eli Manning, Arch Manning.
Citing similar playing styles and game-changing influence. The analyst in the source material recommended that Caitlin Clark take Steph Curry under consideration as a mentor. Given the Under Armour link, this suggestion takes on additional significance. A mentorship with Curry, made possible via the AY's connections, may have been a perfect fit if Clark had been a part of Excel earlier. The Nike transaction, which ultimately revealed this possible lost chance for early strategic alignment, possibly as a result of earlier agent selections, was the main emphasis instead, demonstrates how crucial a top-tier agent is to handling a celebrity brand. The stakes were always quite high.
New agent. She has a new agent. It is official. Wow. She definitely have a new agent. This did not even, guys, this is probably the first time y'all heard about this. This is probably the first time y'all heard about this. So that means she fired Erin Kane because Erin Kane fucked up the Nike deal. She completely slaughtered her Nike deal, bro. Wow. For the longest time, I thought that Caitlin Clark was her uncle. Nope, an agent. He's her agent. She fired Erin Kane. Seen her with one of the partners.
A seemingly benign photo provided the public with their first genuine look at this significant change. Caitlin Clark was seen at Lucas Oil Stadium during an Indiana versus Ohio State game. However, her appearance wasn't the only thing creating a stir. She was pictured with Connor and, most importantly, Alan Zucker. As soon as this picture went popular, rumors regarding new representation began to circulate. The discerning eye understood the importance of Zucker's presence, even if many originally wrote it off as a casual encounter. This wasn't only a fan picture. It was a well-planned soft launch that marked a significant shift prior to any formal declaration. The parts were coming together. Beyond the agent change, Clark's bodily metamorphosis is the subject of an intriguing subplot. The pundit pointed out that she had significantly lost muscle, implying a return to her pre-Indy physique. It was believed that Clark performs best when she is thinner and more nimble, exhibiting the kind of play that won everyone over at Iowa. This subtle observation suggests that her training routine may need to be reevaluated, possibly due to the influence of her new strategic team. It goes beyond corporate transactions. It's about maximizing the effect of every facet of her performance and public persona. Every little detail is examined. A fresh viewpoint on Caitlin Clark's prior endorsement choices is now possible due to the significant agent shift. The underlying tension around the Nike deal obviously shows a breakdown in trust and effectiveness with Erin Kane, even though the specifics are still being worked out. The importance of an agent in maximizing an athlete's peak market worth is highlighted by this fire. Every endorsement agreement is worth millions to an athlete like Clark, and any perceived mishandling may have dire financial consequences right away. Her choice was an unambiguous declaration. Particularly when brand legacy was at risk, poor performance would not be accepted. There was just too much at stake that it's a game changer to learn that Alan Zucker also represents Taylor Swift, demonstrating the celebrity power he brings to Clark's side. That Swift's extraordinary success in music, international tours, and commercial deals is evidence of Zucker's skill at negotiating and his strategic vision. By adding that degree of experience to her developing career, Clark is demonstrating that she is more than just a sports star. She wants to have a cross-cultural influence similar to Swift's. This action indicates a desire to go beyond conventional sporting endorsements and rise to a new level of prominence and power. Caitlin Clark's ceiling has recently increased dramatically. The rumors were confirmed to be true when Caitlin Clark joined Alan Zucker's team, as reported on a number of talent management websites. Unquestionable evidence of the move was presented by these websites that listed Zucker's clientele, including Trevor Lawrence, Clayton Kershaw, and now specifically Caitlin Clark. The intentional character of the change is confirmed by this public listing, even before significant media pronouncements. It shows that the procedure was well underway and meticulously planned to guarantee a seamless, if significant, change in her professional representation. Clark's destiny was completely altered by the news, which wasn't just a leak, but a calculated revelation. Questions concerning the overall state of athlete representation are also raised by this agent shuffle. There is a trend towards combining authority and resources in athlete branding, as seen by Goldman Sachs' acquisition of sports management organizations like Excel. These days, it's not just about sports. It's a global star summit in high finance. Clark is at the center of previously unheard-of chances and financial power thanks to her entry into this powerful ecosystem under Zucker's tutelage in an agency supported by Goldman Sachs. She now has the support of a company with enormous resources and power that goes much beyond conventional sports agency. This is a significant business. The commentator's initial perplexity regarding Caitlin Clark's former agent, thinking it might have been her uncle, highlights how quiet her representation was prior to this bombshell. Erin Kane, while an agent lacked the industry weight and public profile now associated with Alan Zucker. The fact that her old agent is not well-known highlights the significant increase in Clark's star power and influence. It was a definite improvement from a less well-known and possibly less influential person to a legitimate celebrity agent recognized for creating international companies.